Hey everybody, this is Muffin with the Daily Biker Podcast. Just here to let y'all know the opinions and ideas expressed in this show are those of the hosts and their guests, not to be confused with their partners and sponsors. Now, let's get it on.
Hey guys, this is Sean from the Bikes and Beards YouTube channel, and you guys are listening to the Daily Biker Podcast. You're gonna love it.
Everybody, realistically, of a generation of people 50 years and younger.
Yeah.
There's not to discount other great racers that were out there.
Well, it's like Colin McRae and things like that.
But Ken Block did so much for the sport and to bring people to see the sport and grow the sport.
Well, just what he meant culturally.
Yeah.
That was the cool part.
Yeah.
You know, he could drive a car and he could race and do all of that. And if he had never had Facebook available, if there would have never been X Games or some of that other stuff, and if they would have never taken the step into a Gymkhana, what they did with YouTube over the 10 years that it was just Ken driving, you know, and with their intent to break the internet, they understood the big picture, and they had the resources to go out there and play was the cool part.
Well, they achieved it. They broke the internet.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah, when they built that car initially, it was full send, good to go. You know, and then you see 10 come along, and, you know, with the truck. On Amazon Prime, they've actually got a documentary, The Gymkhana Files, and it talks about the backside of them filming 10, but it's also in the process of his Ford deal coming apart. His Ford relationship, they stopped the race team at that time. And just all of the dance and interactions with what that was it's a really cool perspective because it shows you a little bit more on how competitive Ken was and the conversations he was having. And just bananas the direction that guy went.
Yeah.
So
here's how it's going to go. I've already hit record.
Okay. I saw you.
So I'm just going to roll into my intro and go, hey, everybody, welcome back to the Daily Biker Podcast. My name is Marcus, and I'm your clueless leader. Today, we're going to go on a learning journey. I've got two special guests with me. You're just staring at me like I'm crazy right now.
No, go ahead, man. I want to make this as uncomfortable for you as we can.
I can make you very uncomfortable.
I'm good.
We got, okay, so Tobin is hiding in the corner, and I can't remember that guy's name on the Tom Green show, the one that used to hang out outside the window.
Where you like see a hand every once in a while.
That's Tobin in this situation.
I don't know if I ever saw that, so I don't know whether to be offended or not.
Oh,
it was good. It was good. It was very
We'll take it as a compliment.
Thank you.
My man.
I appreciate it.
But I guess the guest of honor, I have Mr. Zeke with me, and you'll have to tell everybody what your last name is.
The last name is Sikich.
Because I know I was going to mispronounce it.
And most people do.
And,
it's all good.
What's your social security number?
That's going to be...
So, Zeke, tell us what it is that you do to preface this whole conversation so people kind of better understand.
What do I do? Well, I'm...
Well, okay. I feel like...
That's a very
broad
open-ended.
question,
yeah.
Let's
Would you
try
like
this
to...
Better. Okay. Where are we at currently?
Where are we at? We're at the 2023 March Moto Madness. We're looking at Thursday afternoon, about to get activity started.
That's right. So now you are here outside of the fact to play and have fun. You are here to do something else.
Yes.
What else is that you're here to do?
Tobin and I are here in this area to do adventure riders training as a part of the Dragoo Adventure Riders Training Organization.
Yep.
We are two lead instructors out here to make people better adventure riders.
So, and that's something I had briefly mentioned on my last episode. I mentioned D.A.R.T.
Cool.
as the acronym, which outside of a factory-led organization, I would say D.A.R.T. is probably the largest ADV training organization in the United States. I haven't heard of any others.
And you've got Rawhide out there that claims to be a factory, they're a factory training ground, and they have a lot of resources available.
Yeah.
But I don't know to say largest or, any aspects of scale to our organization. I can't comment on that.
Well, we'll just say when it comes down to the brass tacks, it's an independent organization.
Yes.
That everybody seems to know.
Yeah. Yeah, the organization has been around. Bill started this program, I think, back in 2012.
Sometimes you have to use politicians speak.
Oh, by all means, let's conversate, sir.
Under the desk. So you and Tobin are trainers for D.A.R.T, which you said is Dragoo
Adventure Riders Training.
Adventure Rider Training. I'll forget that in 5 minutes.
It's all good.
I'll just call it D.A.R.T.
Yes.
But if you Google D.A.R.T, it doesn't pull up that. It pulls up a million other things.
And there's a million other applications for that term and word and things like that.
Well, I Googled. So when I was trying to get more information for the last episode, Daniel, that's on the show with me, I had him Google Dragoo D.A.R.T and pulled up that way.
Came right up.
Yeah, first one to pop up. And that's Dragoo with 2 O's.
Yes, sir. Ooh.
So, yeah, ooh.
Ooh.
Which is the last name of Mr. Bill Dragoo, the founder of the
organization. Yep.
I wasn't sure if you want to call it an organization or
school. However you want to how you want to preface that.
So, y'all are from Oklahoma.
Yep. Tobin's in Norman.
Okay.
Right down the street from Bill. I'm in Oklahoma City.
So, I guess Oklahoma's the base of operations for D.A.R.T.
Yep.
But y'all go all over the country?
Yeah. Anybody that reaches out that can put a head count together, for the most part, we will show up with their resources and logistics and implement the program.
Yeah. How long have y'all been teaching?
Tobin was there at day one.
Yeah, I was in Bill's very first class.
Okay.
So, and had been riding motorcycles for many, many years. And I'm thinking, okay, yeah, you're gonna teach me what? What are we gonna learn? And kind of came in there with a little bit of ego.
Yeah.
And got it checked pretty quick.
Yeah.
And in 2 days, I was instantly a better rider.
Yeah.
And I went to Bill. I said, "Man, you were onto something. This works." And so I was hooked. From then on, I wanted to be a part of it, and had some input in the development of the curriculum. He really was good about listening to what we had to say, our feedback, and how to build it. We've it's evolved since then significantly.
What year was that class?
I want to say it was probably 2012.
Okay.
Yeah.
So going on 11 years
about
now.
11 years ago.
Yeah. 11. It's somewhere in there.
Yeah.
So when did you come into the picture?
I came into the picture in 2016.
Okay. So why am I talking to you?
I know. No, by all means, this is the actual guy. That's when it's all said and done, because he was there at the core. Whenever I took the class, he was one of my instructors.
Yeah.
But
sometimes the master becomes the student.
That's true.
Oh no, we need a master now. No, I literally, I'm an Eagle Scout on one side, and I love motorcycles. I'm a Harley guy at heart, and I watched a documentary, Long Way Round.
Yeah.
In 2016, that winter, January, February.
I've always thought, don't get me wrong, Jason Momoa might like motorcycles, but I still think Ewan McGregor needs to be like that face, especially after Long Way Up on custom built live wires.
I have not seen that one yet.
They took live wires and built ADV bikes out of them.
Yeah.
Before hardly live wires were even on sales.
Even a thing, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, you're talking about somebody that's a motorcycle guy, but I think too at the same time, for the motor company, he likes motorcycles. Period. And it's kind of one of those things when you do this, it's like, don't let us catch you on.
Yeah. Well, and he's like a hardcore Moto Guzzi guy.
Yeah.
At heart.
Well, it's because Europeans are weird.
That's okay. They're on motorcycles.
I've got several that listen to this, and they know they're weird.
They know they're weird.
They know they're weird.
Yeah, but they're great people's the cool part on motorcycles.
Well, actually, so I do need to give this shout out. I've got one of my listeners, Peter. He's in Denmark, and he sent me a message the other day about he has a new guy he's working with that rides a Yamaha Bolt.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, I don't know what to do. Do I tell him that we just can't ride together, or do I need to like get a new job or something? So,
I don't know how to relate to this guy.
Yeah, Peter rides a Sportster, but that was the other thing too. Like those European market, like he was telling me, so like a brand new CBO bagger is like $112,000.
Right.
Yeah.
Get you some.
Yeah.
Well, and that's like the Chinese. You know, the Chinese are big Harley fans, and what it takes to actually have an HD full-blown motorcycle in that country is just crazy.
Well, the other thing they do a lot over there is crazy custom like choppers.
Yeah.
Like old school choppers, which I guess you really pay a lot of attention to.
Yeah, I love that
So
stuff.
tell me a little bit about that. You have some experience with that.
Experience with what?
Old
Chopping
school,
or
crazy custom
yeah.
chop.
No, I was brought up.
Family.
Yeah, I was brought up in the household of, you know, Dad had his 1964 Pan that he chopped out as soon as he got off the boat from Vietnam in Southern California, you know, 71, 72, was basically renting a garage in somebody's yard to just kind of hang out and build this bike.
Yeah.
And, man, and it was a time where it was just, everything was artistic and, you know, just the quality of parts available at the time. Like the Springer alone, he took a factory Springer and had it extended 10 inches. The way the guy somewhat swedged it together and brought it all together in one piece, it was just, Dad's struggling to find the tooling if he needed to replicate it, to actually get the fixtures and what it would take to hold that thing together to do it right. When he walked in with the Springer, he wanted to extend it. The guy goes, "That thing's junk. You can't use that." And like pulled a brand new one out of the box and extended it, and that's what's been on that motorcycle ever since. So, you know, to build his own gas tank, he's got 2 or 3 sets of pipes for it. It was his baby.
Well, and you know that artisan is, I don't want to say it's not around as much anymore. It's what they're doing has changed, that type of artisan. But, you know, it's a whole lot easier on some things now for these people when they want to do this stuff. I mean, you can order a $200 3D printer off the internet, manufacture something out of polymer, and then take it to a shop and go, I need this in metal, and they can full scan it and cut it out of billet and all kinds of stuff. I mean, it's just, it's insane. It's not the same anymore. But at the same time, it's getting harder. That guy that cut that Springer front end and stretched it out, how many people are left in the country that can still do that?
Yeah. Well, the guy that balanced his flywheels.
Yeah.
You know, and when Dad was putting the motor together, he took every Allen bolt, chucked them up in a lathe, and took the ribs off.
Yeah.
Before he actually had everything re-chromed. You know, it had a mag on it. He built that motorcycle for himself.
Yeah.
For me to sit on that motorcycle today is borderline uncomfortable because Dad's 3 inches shorter than I am.
Your dad still has the bike?
Oh yeah.
That's super
He
cool.
actually tore it apart whenever I was born 40 years ago, and the motor was actually under a rug next to the bed.
Yeah.
Springer was in the closet. The frame, you know, everything was kind of tucked away.
Yeah.
And then for Harley's 100th year in 2003, drug it all back out. Bonnie Truitt, who is in the Motorcycle Hall of Fame for his innovations in drag bikes, actually rebuilt that motor and put his bike mechanically together. And then Dad got that bike ready for Sturgis 03 and was able to put it back on the road.
That's dope. I would love to see that. You know, a couple years ago, I was in Panama, and there was some guy that pulled up that had a chopper that had a Sugar Bear Springer front end on it. I got freaked out when I saw that thing. I was like, oh my God! I was just, everybody was looking at me like I was crazy too. I was like, y'all have no idea what this is.
Yeah. Well, and the guy, he's kind of in transition with it right now, is because the gas tank, it was factory Harley tanks that he kind of split, opened up, took a Sportster center, and so it's got this just kind of, I think it's got 5 gallons of capacity.
Yeah.
But it comes up into this big teardrop, and he said whenever you have it 3/4 of the way full, you can feel the bike slosh real bad with it. He wants to rebuild the tank and put baffles in it so he can get some of that out of it.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those cool kind of laid back choppers that.
So have you rode it?
It's only a mile.
Okay.
I've only been on it a mile. It has like almost a bicycle front brake on it.
Yeah.
It's got the original rear drum brake on it.
So what did he say when you came home with the BMW?
He said, ride your motorcycle. Well, the first
Just don't
bike,
ride with me.
yeah. Well, no, it wasn't even that. It was just, the first motorcycle I had was a '77 Sportster we built in his living room.
Yeah.
And I bought it in a basket. We had Bonnie build the motor.
Yeah.
And then we took and bought another parts bike, stripped it down, and took the best of everything and put a motorcycle together. But whenever it was like, hey, yeah, I got a motorcycle. Yeah, it's a BMW, so I can go off-road. He was good to go.
So I guess the next question in line with that would be, since you're a Harley guy and you're an off-road guy, and I'm not going to ask about the bike you think I'm going to ask about, what do you think of scramblers, Sportster scramblers?
I haven't spent any time with one.
Yeah.
I know Sportsters, Sportsters have that cable clutch, and they have a lot of spring pressure on them. Actually, This guy's built a couple. He had a Sportster chopped out, on knobby tires. It's not the scrambler we want to look at right over here. Is her name Teresa?
Yeah.
Her bike, it's not that.
Yeah.
He had this cool rigid frame that was down, and it was just a super cool.
Okay.
No paint.
Tobin's still over there hiding secrets.
Yeah.
Tobin is a legit motorcycle guy. That is a full cool conversation.
That ran a
Hardcore.
bicycle shop.
That ran a bicycle shop.
Indeed, and a coffee shop, both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in this day and age, a lot of bicycle shops are coffee
They
shops.
kind of go really well together.
Yeah.
That's
for
awesome.
Sure. They actually weren't together. They were on opposite sides of town. And
So-
my wife was really the one that ran the coffee shop when I ran the bike shop.
But I guess the coffee shop business is how you got into the ADV stuff, because all the doctors and lawyers come to get their coffee on the way to work.
On their BMWs.
Yeah, see, now you understand.
Yeah. No,
Understand how this
I'm
gets
always
put together.
drinking coffee.
Always gets put together. Well, I think at lunch we were discussing. I was informing you that Starbucks now has a Trinity,
Yes.
and we were talking about the sizes of the
Yeah.
coffees.
All the words I still don't
No,
know.
we didn't do that. It was real traditional Italian-style coffee shop. We
Yeah.
didn't have a lot of syrups and flavors and that kind of thing. We made coffee that tasted like coffee.
Yeah.
So
The closest thing you were getting to the fancy stuff was if somebody ordered Americano.
Yeah, we did have a few things. We made lattes, and
Mochas.
cappuccinos and that kind of thing. We did have a few syrups, but it wasn't
Yeah, but
like
at one
we
point
weren't
in
whipping
time,
stuff.
a cappuccino was like half syrup / milk, half coffee, and now it's like splash of coffee and all this other stuff.
They've unfortunately, some of the companies have confused what these coffee drinks are called, right? So somebody would come into the coffee shop and order, a cappuccino,
Yeah.
and they thought it was a wicked sugar drink,
Yeah.
where it's just espresso, steamed milk, and a little bit of a foam cap, and it's
Yeah.
naturally sweet. But they would
Yeah.
get it and go, what's this? Because it didn't have caramel.
But you're
and
you're what, about 50% milk, something? Or let's rephrase that. It's
It's
about
basic-
50% coffee. The rest of it's made up between
Yeah,
espresso.
like a
and-
cappuccino. We can run down a big old coffee rabbit hole if you want.
If you want to start a whole nother
I don't even-
podcast
I don't even
about
drink
coffee,
coffee.
It's essentially like a 1-to-1 ratio, for
Maybe Tobin
like
needs to do
latte,
that.
is much more milk, and a cappuccino is less milk with a foam cap. And then you have cortado, which is the same thing but much shorter. Then
Holy
you have
crap.
Here's
a
the better
macchiato,
question.
for example. Macchiato, Starbucks has made a macchiato this crazy whipped, concoction. And it's just this large thing. A macchiato is a shot of espresso with a dollop of foam on top of it. That's it.
You ride a KTM and not a BMW, right?
I've owned a BMW.
Boom!
explained.
It's in his
owned-
blood.
It's all
I've
been
owned a BMW.
explained.
It
I'll
is
probably
good.
own another one at some point. I've owned Harleys, and Hondas. And,
Yeah.
So, have y'all seen a Carducci Dual Sport? Y'all know
No.
that?
no.
I will have to show that to you after the fact.
Oh
It
yeah.
is-
Put a picture of it. Just put it up there for this podcast.
It's all audio. What am I going to put a picture
No.
of?
Okay. Well, if that's the case, we're showing a picture now, and it's a dual sport.
I'll show y'all. They have seen if they
Ooh.
have been paying attention.
Do the Google.
They have seen a Carducci Dual Sport.
Huh.
Are you going to look it up, Tobin?
I was trying to, but I don't have any service.
Are you not on the
I
Wi-Fi?
didn't get on the Wi-Fi. No, I haven't done that yet.
It's
you gotta
all
get on
good.
the
I'll
Wi-Fi.
do.
I am on the Wi-Fi. So, getting out here teaching the classes. How many times a year are you teaching classes? Because you taught a class last week.
Man, we have multiple different.
Yeah, you like the Ural?
Yeah, Ural sidecars are just cool.
So, you taught a class last week, or y'all taught a class last week.
Yeah, we taught a class last week. We taught.
On the same piece of property you're teaching class this week.
Yeah, so then today we do our rally version of it, March Moto Madness rally. But we also have our at-home schedule going on right now at buildyourgoo.com. And, so last weekend while we were doing the class here, they had a full class going on back at home.
Yeah.
We've got a really nice staff available now to kind of get up and gear up for local classes and to have resources for us to get out and check this out.
Let me ask this, because I've always found these types of things interesting personally. This is not your full-time gig, is it?
No, sir.
What do you do the rest of the time?
I am. I'm an HVAC contractor by trade. Yeah.
So it's always interesting. What do you do, Tobin, outside of this?
I'm in my.
I've got a bicycle shop and a coffee shop.
I'm in my first retirement. I just actually sold. Right at a year ago, I just sold the bike shop.
Okay.
And then about a year before that, we sold the coffee shop.
Okay.
So that we could pursue travel and this training.
Yeah.
Full time, right? I'm also an overland vehicle trainer. So I teach people how to drive off-road, use the recovery gear, winch, that kind of thing.
That's cool there.
In the process of writing a curriculum for one of the companies that I work for.
I feel like that's becoming very, very popular
huge.
right now.
I mean, it's giant, So one of the companies I work for is Overland Expo, which, one of the Overland Expos will have 25,000 participants.
Yeah.
And we erect a city, basically.
Yeah.
And people show up. And we keep it in the family, too. My wife actually does some of the photography and concierge for D.A.R.T.
Okay.
So, which is really awesome to have her there, and it's what we're doing now, just trying to do gig work and make it work as long as we can.
My wife helps with the podcast too. She normally sits back there and has a beer and giggles and everything. While we're talking.
Gigs.
She actually does the legal intro at the beginning of this. And then right after she runs through a legal intro, she pops a beer.
That's awesome.
Because there's so many people that they like, I've talked to, they like it like this.
Yeah.
We're not some big professional deal. We just sit down, start recording, and have a conversation. There's no scripts or anything like that. I know there's some listeners here because Robin, who's in your class, ran into some people last night, and they were talking about the dealership, talking about White Lightning, and they're like, "Oh, we listened to their podcast that Marcus does."
Nice.
And I'm like, if they've listened to the last episode, they know I'm here.
Nice.
Because I said I was coming here.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll get to run into a couple more fans.
Hell yeah.
That'll put me up to like 7 fans.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Look, it's better than 6.
It is.
Small
steps. But I might be counting wrong. It could be 6.
Oh, that could be.
Yeah.
I respect that.
So I need to double check that.
How many friends you have?
No, fans.
Oh, fans. My bad. Friends?
I got one friend.
Thank you.
It wasn't.
Oh, shucks.
So, one of the things that we talk about a lot of this, me and Dana that's on here with me, we talk a lot about continuous education. I feel there's a lot of people And, and I meet guys, Tobin talk about been riding for years and took the class. I meet guys that have been riding for, 30, 40, 50 years. And we go ride, and I'm like, I don't want to ride with them. They're dangerous. And I'm not talking about flying or anything like that. I'm just talking about they know how to get on a motorcycle and go down the road. They don't really know how to control that bike and make it do what you need it to do.
Well, we're struggling to define I've been riding a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Check.
Yeah.
Does that mean you've been riding a motorcycle correctly?
Yeah. Well, there's definitely a thing. I've mentioned it before, how like with White Lightning, with our ADV training that we do, the beginner level is not called the beginner; it's called the intermediate, because beginner should be you getting on a motorcycle, getting your license. That's beginner,
right? And really, with the dealerships and the relationship with MSF, do that first.
Yeah.
Ride a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Be proficient at interacting with a motorcycle in a parking lot.
Well, I feel like, not to shun people away, but when you're doing your class, you don't want to have to teach someone, here's the gas, here's the brake, here's the clutch, this is how you go, this is how you stop.
We're past that.
Yeah. You need someone that already knows how to ride a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Whether they're skilled at the motorcycle they're on or not is a different story.
Correct.
But you need somebody that's able to get on their motorcycle and go.
Yeah.
You'll teach them everything else, including apparently how to ride through soft ground.
Yeah, and how to pick their bike up.
So
and
I feel like some of them, including you, looked at me crazy when I came over there to take pictures earlier, because of course, I rode right through the middle of your course while you were talking to them.
Well, I just didn't see a green sticker. The green tape with a name, and I'm like...
You didn't see the giant white Lightning jersey?
Did not. I'm like, hey, homie, somebody just rolled up. Let's go.
But as I'm coming through your course, I just like... And they were all like, huh?
Yeah. Well, and, as dual sport adventure riders, we're trying to... a mantra we have is, is to be as low impact on the terrain as possible.
Yeah.
Because if we're out roosting and doing everything... we're really setting up a bad precedence for who we are interacting with all of this beautiful mountainside.
Yeah. And
if we develop a reputation of going out there and, roosting, letting things...
Like the four-wheel drive guys do.
Potentially some of the side-by-side guys or things like that. You get into a trail system or you're out there, ideally we're out there to appreciate it for what it is, not to go out there and tear it up, and then the next person just sees the aftermath of what's taken place. Mm-hmm. So we need to be mindful of our interactions with some of these beautiful places in the world.
And it's that's one of those things where there's so much that you can't see from the paved roads that people really need to get out there and see this sport, motorcycling, for what it is, because on the surface to most people it is getting on a bike and riding down the road, going to bike night and those types of things. But we're at a rally that's solely dedicated to getting off the pavement.
Yeah, and we're in a beautiful place for off the pavement, by all means. He spent 3 days prior to today just checking it all out. Yesterday he showed me some of what he saw, and it's phenomenal.
Now, it's a lot of hardware on a set of knobbies, but did you go on the Skyway at all?
I did, yeah. So
I was about to say, it's kind of hard to come out here and not do the Skyway.
Did spend a little bit of time on the Skyway, and then just right off of it though is there's that river road that goes right along the river, which is gorgeous, and then beyond that there's also gravel road that goes along a lot of the creeks around here.
Yeah.
That is just almost like asphalt. It's gravel that's just pounded in so firm, and it's just like the kind of gravel you dream about as an adventure rider, especially a beginning adventure rider.
Well, I feel very fortunate in our area having this so close to us.
Yeah.
So
all of the roads are amazing. Not gravel, pavement. The roads are fantastic around here. They're really well cared for and maintained.
Yeah,
I'm impressed.
If you go, we'll call it straight out of here. It's a very awkward because it's not straight.
Yeah.
But it's not right or left, because if you go right, you go back to Telco. If you go left, you go up this hill, wherever this goes.
Yeah.
So, have you been that way?
Not left up this.
No. So when you
Straight.
go out, go
Yeah.
straight down that like awkward road where you have to like
Over
make
the
a right
bridge and
then
make a
a
left. Yeah.
Have you been that way? So, it was paved 30 years ago. So the pavement is still there. But the pavement's been there for the past 30 years and they haven't touched it. But it's just one of those tight, super twisty roads that goes out through there. And all of a sudden you come out there and you're just like, where the heck am I? Like you go, I don't know where I'm at. So if you do it, so go that way. When you get to the stop sign, take a right. You get to your next stop sign, take a right.
Oh, that's the road we went up. Yeah.
And you
That's
get
the
to,
road we went up where we're gonna
and when you get to your next stop sign, you're in Telco.
No, he's saying it's right across the street here. It's
Directly
not.
across the street.
Oh, okay.
It's not over here where you're talking about.
Where
but,
is he talking about?
Well, he's talking about going back out to the highway
Yeah, go to the stop sign.
and
Yep.
make a right,
Yep.
and then an immediate right.
And then take your next right.
Oh, I don't know
and
that.
it kind of twists and turns, and then it turns to gravel.
No.
Okay.
No, this is a main road.
Oh, okay.
This is a main road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if you go straight, when you get to that first stop sign, like I said, you're going to take a right because you're going to circle back around into Telco. If you take a left, that will take you down to Reliance and take you down to the Hiawassee and Ocoee.
Oh, nice.
So, which is where everybody that was doing the Cherokee Challenge, their first stop, that's what they did. If they did it right, they should have went straight out of here and taken a left.
Oh, cool.
So, because they would run pavement all the way down to Reliance, where they could come up on the backside of the National Forest and run all the way across the top of the mountain.
Nice. God, it sounds beautiful.
Yeah, it's fantastic riding out here.
Agreed.
You pointed at me like you were going to say something.
I have no idea. I just want you to be insecure, Elliot.
I'm not insecure about anything.
As you sit there and ponder about your insecurities.
No, I'm thinking about all the reasons I have not to be insecure.
Oh, okay. Well, good.
I mean, I'm bald.
Agreed.
I have this weird eye thing. Like, so this eyelid just naturally is open more. It wasn't that way 2 years ago. I broke my face in Sean's office. There's a great story about that.
Yeah, that's a whole nother podcast.
Put it this way, we tell everybody at work that Sean beat me up.
Oh, yeah.
And Sean's like, no, I didn't. And all of the other managers at work are like, you two were the only ones in his office and his door was closed. So,
Get you some.
yeah. And then actually I have
Oh, wow.
a partial. So,
Was
and
that
I'm
all
not
of...
even 40 yet.
And that
So
was
tell me I
all...
don't have stuff to be insecure about.
That was all in that incident? Or... Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I lost my hair after that incident.
I lost my hair, I got hit in the face,
No.
and my partial got installed.
No, only thing I did with that was I broke my face. I literally still have a hole, like, in my orbital floor.
Orbital. Well, and the more you point it out,
You can see where it's not squinting.
yeah, as I sit here and stare.
Yeah, my wife tells me she doesn't notice it unless I say something about it.
Yeah, I hadn't noticed.
I don't have anything to be insecure about. I mean,
Okay.
look at where I'm at.
It's okay. It's
My
all right.
nose feels like it's getting sunburned.
Hang on. It all leads with denial. It's fine.
The Nile is a river in Egypt, sir.
It's funny you say that.
So, why do you say that?
Well, no, we had some really bad crossings of words in class.
Come on in.
Yeah, where I was trying to get bikes in tension. They were hearing what?
Intention, like intent, instead of intention, two separate words. They were hearing the one word, right?
Yeah.
And we've ran up against that before. It's not the first time that's happened.
Yeah, I had this awesome, I think I was trying to say Lucille Starch, and they were hearing Lucille, like the name.
They were looking for somebody?
Yeah, who's Lucille?
We don't have one in our class.
Yeah, guess my Okie twang,
Well,
running them together.
It's okay to be an Okie from Muskogee.
There it is.
You knew that had to be in there.
Yeah, it's a part of it.
It's a part of life.
It's a big deal.
So,
You need something to drink?
Well, my question actually,
what you got?
is there a guided ride? tomorrow morning?
Tomorrow at 9:30, leaving out in front of this yurt.
You have to sign up for it, or
Just be here,
9:30.
be ready.
be okay? And how about what kind of ride is it?
I know it's about 120 miles, but outside of that, I don't know. The man that's in charge of the ride, our fearless leader Sean, is out doing the Cherokee Challenge right now.
Oh, okay.
May touch base later this evening or something like that.
He'll be back some point in time.
Yeah.
You see the red Pan American out here.
Yeah,
He should be in the ground.
America, he's here. Then he's here somewhere.
Do you have a water in there? Is that
Yeah, we got water. We got
There you go,
power.
brother.
I got all kinds of stuff. I got snacks in the cooler or snacks in the trunk
chest.
over there.
Yeah, well, I read on the email that came out. It was, of course, nobody up there at the volunteer table knows anything about it.
They volunteered.
That's why. Yeah. So it just says big bike because I have a big bike.
Yeah. Well,
So I'm not looking for
big bike. I mean,
yeah, I'm not looking
Sean-
for dirt bike only type thing.
yeah, no. He's seen Sean ride. That's not. I don't think Sean can do that. Sean doesn't listen to this. It's
Whatever.
okay.
Oh, good.
Yeah, 120 miles. I mean, you're going to be pushing it for a dirt bike anyways.
Yeah.
So I think he had a couple people that went with him today on the Cherokee Challenge that were on dirt, but it's not. Yeah, you'll be
So
fine.
the Cherokee Challenge was actually longer, right?
It was
It's
200.
miles.
Oh boy, yeah. I've got the one from last year. I didn't do it. I've done a lot of other routes over the years.
Yeah,
So show up at 9, right? Is that
yeah.
right?
If you're here at 9, you'll be safe.
So they're not limiting the number of people.
Not that I know of.
That's why I can't buy to see if I can sign up.
Nah, as long as you're here, you're good. They're not going to turn anybody away.
Okay, and off we go.
That's not our style.
Like a parade, right?
There it is.
Yes, but some people will be on the back wheel, some people will be on the front, some people will be in the ditch. It's going to be everything.
Good times will be had.
Okay.
By some.
Weather, I mean, it's keep talking about rain and stuff tomorrow night, or whatever. But I mean, you look at the radar. It certainly doesn't seem to be anything out there.
Everything I've seen said like 30%.
Yeah,
Nice.
It's gone from 90% to 30%.
Yeah.
All right. Well, and I'll check it out tomorrow.
All right.
Be careful.
We'll see you in the morning then.
Thank you.
You know the greatest thing about the way I did it?
Nobody knows you're doing it.
No, I'm not. No, like that I'm not going to edit that out.
Yeah. Why?
That's part of what this is about.
Yeah.
I mean, this community. He wants to go ride.
We should have asked him his definition of a big bike.
Well,
I mean, what's he
I
on
guess
to
what's
be?
his definition of a dirt bike?
What's exactly? I mean, because I'm on a BMW 1250 GS that I consider a dirt bike.
Yeah.
It's a big dirt bike, but it can be a dirt bike.
That's an interesting thing. We'll cover this, and then I'll let y'all get back to. I think y'all were getting ready to go smoke reefer or something.
No,
So
no, we weren't.
it's a joke.
He's putting smoke in our mouth.
There's been a joke going on most of the day here at the event about a bunch of hippies hanging out in the woods. Y'all were back there, so y'all weren't here.
We
for
weren't
most
in
of
the woods around the hippies.
Y'all weren't
in
here
the
for
wood.
most of the joke about.
Oh, okay.
About we're just a bunch of hippies hanging out in the woods.
Not far
So-
from it, especially in this tent that we're in right
Yeah,
now.
this is
Yeah.
pretty
Well,
good.
that was kind of what spurred the conversation.
I mean,
People
with
walked in and
with
asked me where the
rugs
bong was and
all,
everything.
So.
This is a full Sean vibe.
Yeah,
This is him.
I dig
So, big bike, dirt bike. Okay,
go.
you have your own definition, correct?
Correct. Was it a definition or just a leaning visual representation?
Tobin, do you have an opinion on? I don't need it, but
Well, it
do you
just
have an
kinda
opinion on what is a dirt bike and what is a big bike?
Oh, sure, but you got to think. Like for example, somebody might look at a KTM 300, which is a full-on dirt bike, and go, "Wow, that's pretty big." Whenever they've come from maybe like a 80 or a 125, or they're 5'1",
Yes.
right? That's a big bike.
Yes.
To my wife, like, well, that's pretty big. But then
Well-
you've got the whole span in between up to the big 1250s. And
Here's why I asked that question. Okay. DRZ, dirt bike. Okay.
Ooh.
It's a dual sport, but it's still in that dirt bike class.
Yeah, but
Okay.
you don't see like the Suzuki DRZ and motocross.
No. But when you think adventure bike, you don't think of a Suzuki DRZ either.
Again,
Well, how about this?
So that's why I'm saying
any
dual
bike
sport.
That's in the dirt.
is a dirt bike.
Correct. But like to me, like I say an Africa Twin is a big dirt bike. Because when these motorcycles are made, they do one of two things. They take a bike made for the dirt and adapt it to ride on the road, or they take a bike made for the road and adapt it to ride in the dirt.
I don't know if you can say that.
No, I did just physically say that.
What? I mean, we
One
let
man's
all of this off
Well, let me
with.
put you on the spot.
Let's
then.
put it in perspective, right? We have three differing opinions here.
Well, I'm going to put you on the spot then. So, what's the Pan Am?
An ADV bike. It's a bike made
No,
for the
no.
road.
We were talking about dirt bikes
Is it a dirt bike or is it?
because
No. The
No,
question
no.
was, is it a dirt bike or a big bike?
Is it a dirt bike or a big bike? Oh, okay.
Like
All right.
based on what that guy said.
Yeah.
Big bike.
Is it a dirt? Which one is it?
Because it's like this. What would you rather if you did y'all trailer here from Oklahoma?
We
oh
do.
yeah,
Okay. Would you have been willing to ride your BMW here from Oklahoma?
yes,
Okay. Would you ride a KLR here from Oklahoma?
yes,
Would you want to ride a KLR here from Oklahoma?
no.
You get what I'm saying?
Well, and I can understand that, but I mean,
Because you have bikes that are made a lot better for road use.
Sure.
But with that being said, there's a guy at the local dealership that hangs out, and he's got his BMW 1250 GSA. That this guy's almost 80.
Yeah.
Then he has a 690 KTM sitting there, and he's about to go to Alaska by himself.
Okay.
And he gets on the 690, and he leaves his driveway and starts headed to Alaska on the back of a single cylinder KLR-ish motorcycle.
But I understand why he did it on the 690.
Why is that?
Because he was going by himself. It's going to be a whole lot easier to pick up that 690.
And that
if he
was
has a
exactly his perspective.
problem. Yeah.
But is it a big bike? Is it a small bike? He had his big bike.
See, that's where there's very much a gray area these days. It used to be a lot more easily defined, I think. But there's very much a gray area these days because it's kind of like, when you say scrambler, okay? I'm going to tell you now, that Triumph Scrambler is a hell of a lot more than a dirt bike than a lot of other scramblers
That's
that
a
are out
fact.
there. Okay? Those things are beasts.
Though that thing's an off-road weapon.
And then you have stuff that are quote unquote adventure bikes that I would be like, I'm not going off road. Maybe the new V-Strom DEs I'd take off road, but the older V-Stroms, I don't think I'd rock it off
Why
road.
are you judging on the? Is it just some of the exposure of the motor, or what about it limits you to dual sporting it or off roading it?
They're not. I feel like they're not built prepared in a sense of, say, your BMW or your KTM. The suspension's designed to be able to take, if you come off a ledge or something, that impact better than what a V-Strom is designed for.
I mean, it's got the same-ish set of front forks on it that a
Just because they
KTM
look the
does.
same doesn't mean they're the same.
And I agree with that. There's a lot of technological differences and
Yeah.
gaps and things like that. But, with that being said, man, people buy an adventure. This is their first adventure bike, and they farkle it up and then go do a BDR
Yeah, but it's
and
just
get it done.
But, okay, so there you go. I think the problem and the perspective comes from because I'm very jaded in the fact of I've known a lot more of these big adventure bike riders that don't even want to get their bike dirty.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh. So, but that's the upside about this rally. It's changed my perspective when I came here last year.
Getting a little bit different exposure to what the definition of dual sport or dirt bike, this whole conversation, the more you get exposed to it, and some of the day you'll see somebody roll in here on something that's plattered, just got stickers all over it from their world travels, and you're like, you rode that?
Yeah.
And you'll just and just to listen to them talk, man. They've had their own adventure on
Yeah,
whatever
well,
machine
talking
in question.
about big bike, little bike, all that other stuff.
Yeah.
That girl, I can't think of her name right now, but she's doing from South America to Alaska on a CRF 300.
Is that Itchy Boots? I think
Maybe
is
so.
who it is.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of people really enjoy following her, but yeah, she's
That's
on that
a
bike.
small bike.
I don't know her relationship, or how big of a woman she's comfortable on it and knows how to ride it.
I know. No, I'm not knocking it.
Yeah,
I mean,
but is that an adventure bike?
They do a scooter cannonball.
What does that mean?
You know what a cannonball is?
Yes. On scooters?
They do a scooter cannonball
Across the country?
across the country. Nobody doing 300 cc's.
On a Vespa. Send it. Wow.
So, all right, one last question. Simple answer.
Okay.
And this is just basically your opinion. Pan America, yeah or nay?
I'm game.
Oh yeah, I think it's a purpose-built machine for, again, we're going back to, there's so many of these
That
different
kind of
bikes, right?
answer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
simple answer. Yeah.
The simple answer
I'm
is?
into it. No, I'm into it. I'm impressed. Certainly. Yep.
Yeah, I'm stoked to put some more time on one and get a
So-
better feel for it.
There you go. You hear it from people that teach off-road riding academies. Pan America is the new king.
Hey everybody, this is Sean at White Lightning Harley Davidson. I want to thank you for listening to the Daily Biker Podcast. You can reach the podcast on Facebook or Instagram at The Daily Biker, or you can email the podcast at thedailybiker@gmail.com. Be sure to keep an eye on White Lightning Harley Davidson social media pages for the most up-to-date information on all our events and where you can find the boys.